Hello everybody, wee Paddy from across the Shuck, and this is the joy of my channel for me, is that one day I can be doing a £150 knife and the next day I can be doing a $5 knife or a $20 knife, which is somewhere in around where the price of this wee knife is, about $20, between 15 and something pounds. It's never that much more dear than that. Everybody knows my love for these little knives. These are little FURA knives. And I'm starting to build up I've had them and I've let some go, but I've got a nice wee collection now. It's a wee collection of 4. Will I get some more? Probably, because I love them just as pocket droppers. That's exactly what these are. But these are pocket droppers that don't leave an imprint. They're not long. You're not worried about them falling to the side. You just throw them in your pocket. And they're made from S35VN steel. There's one Tucson knife I'm going to show you later on. It's in D2, but these are just literally so useful as wee box openers, just cutting a bit of thread. They're everyday use that we use a knife for, rather than bringing a big one out, especially in a work office situation. For opening letters, they are just cute, and that's all they look at. They wouldn't cut your fruit. Well, they're sharp enough to, but they're too small. But let's get into the knife. This is it here. It's a little FURA, and they call this slate blue, and that's just about the right colour. If you can see, this is the silver grey top. It's nearly like a stone washed, and it's lovely, and it's a flickable knife. So there we go. What do you see? There you go. There's your little flick, and look at that. It's a little small, beautifully formed, little like a chef's mallet cleaver. Absolutely stunning. Pocket clip on the side. It'll go into a jean pocket, but to be honest with you, I don't know whether I'll take it off, because you can actually put it inside a coat pocket. And you know the pen pocket inside a coat pocket? You could probably stick it in there if you're going to a wedding, just to have that something there. Beautiful knife. Now, it's got a detent on the back of it. Oh, on the back of it here. And that's all that holds it. It's a slip joint. Not a very strong detent, so it's not something you're going to do any hard work with, but you wouldn't expect to. But I'll give you a little tip. This is the way I hold mine. I'll put my 2 fingers either side where the hole is and hold it like that. And that's the way I cut, because that way there's no part of my hand in the way if that closes over, if I lose grip and it slips. So, but I can get all the work done like that I want with a wee knife this size. Is this wee knife sharp? It's S35VN. I don't think it's in it. There's a bit of cardboard. You know, that's just, it's a lovely little knife. And I haven't sharpened. I could sharpen this and get it sharper. Oh, saying that, it probably needs a bit of a strap. There we go. This is a great wee knife. It probably needs a bit of more than a strap. Sometimes they come very sharp, sometimes they don't. But look, it's all right, it works. For all this will ever need to do, that's honest, that's it out of the pack. You know, I can't say anything about it. It's only come this morning. And the reason I'm doing it, somebody on I put it on Facebook this morning. Instagram. And somebody asked, could I do a show and tell of it, because they wanted to buy one, or thinking of buying one. I highly recommend them. I'll sharpen this up. I'll actually probably put my new diamond sharpening system into action. It's a good wee knife to give it a go on. It'll be short and quick, and see if we can't get a mirror polish. That's a great idea. That's what I'll do next week. I'll do a mirror polish on this one, because it's short and I can go through the system, because all knives are just the same. This is S35VN, which we haven't tackled yet, and hopefully the diamonds will cut through that. So there we go. That's even better. Now, let's have a wee look. Do you want to see what size it is? Let me tell you what size it is. The cutting length of the blade is 4 centimetres. The length overall is 12 centimetres. So, in inches, it is 4 3/4 inches long, and the cutting side of the blade is 1 5/8. Yeah, about 1 5/8, between 1 5/8 and 3/4. So, what weight is it? I hear you ask me. Well, I'll tell you what weight it is. Well, I hope it will. There we go. In ounces, it is 1.6 ounces, which in them funny measurements, what's them funny measurements? Grams, 45 grams. So, it's light. It's made of titanium, S35VN, and it's got a little clip and a detent. There's not much more I can tell you about this, but I use these all the time. And I'll bring you in some of the comparisons I've got. Now, here's another one. This is a smaller version. Well, it's not smaller, it's the same size, but the blade's different. This has a lovely Wharncliffe sheep's foot, backward foot. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now, that's a bit more grey on that one, but it's a lovely little knife that I use regularly. And here's my favourite shaped one, is this one here. And this one is an absolute, it's a bit bigger. It gets me a full grip up here because there's a choil at the front, and I can get 3 full fingers on this, and the back one even sort of tucks in at the back. Lovely, lovely little blade. There's that one there. They're all 3 FURAs, and they're my 3 so far, the favourite shapes that FURA make. And hopefully if they bring more out, I'll maybe expand into it. They've done another one I had. I didn't particularly like it, to be honest. So, oh, and here's another one now. This is much more expensive. This is a not much more expensive, but it is more expensive. This is a little Tucson, and I just love the blade shape on this. This is a frame lock, and this one is a frame lock as well. These two have just got detents. So, recommend? Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. I think they're lovely little knives. They are so useful. Especially, I find this one really useful if I want to cut out things out of a newspaper or something like that. Really, really handy. This one, again, package open, letter opening in an office. You wouldn't be frightened to bring this out because it is just such a nice little knife. I'm not going to labour the point. I think it's a great buy. Unfortunately, there's money off on it already, so I haven't got a discount code. I'll put down below in the description a link that will take you to Gearbest, where you can buy these. This is supplied by Gearbest for me. So there's no discount off it, but that means it's going to be a really good price anyway. So I would go have a wee look, see what price it is. If it's within your capability, you'll not regret it. It is a lovely little knife. They're all lovely. And this one, yes, it needs a bit of sharpening. I was surprised because they're normally razor sharp out of the pack. You know, it's not bad, but it'll get a proper sharpening, and we'll put a mirror edge on it and see how it looks then. All right, folks, there you go. Lovely little knife. Take care. Thank you, Gearbest, and plenty more to come. Bye.